right. So it is the SICK Growth Data Science staff meeting for July 5th. Welcome, Alicia, my shadow this week. Any big impressions or takeaways during your shadowing this week? I know this is your second time doing it to get a full week's worth, but any big things you learned or any big impressions?
It operates a lot closer to like the front of house than I expected, as far as being a manager, having like the regular one-on-ones with your direct reports and things like that, which is nice to see like across the company here at GitLab. So
cool. The any big surprises?
Honestly, not really.
Okay.
Sounds like it's probably the one thing that I will say is like I feel like being a manager in a company where you have like team members all over the world could be difficult. Right. So like being in PubSec, I have the luxury of everyone pretty much being either in mountain time, central time, or Eastern time. And you don't have that luxury. So I'm sure being flexible with that is a little more difficult.
Makes sense. We usually, when I ask that question of outside GitLab shadows, they're shocked by a lot of things. There are a lot of surprises. Current team members, not nearly as much. So cool. Thanks, Alicia. And appreciate you keeping me honest on things. Like even today, I forgot to add something to a one-on-one agenda, and you quickly said, "Hey, Wayne, didn't you want to talk about X today?" And I'm like, "Yes, I did. Thank you." So appreciate all your feedback on that and other things. So I know it's the day after a Friends and Family Day and also a US holiday, which doesn't apply to everybody, of course, but a lot of us. So we're all catching up. So my favorite question, what's top of mind for everyone? And welcome back, Thomas, after being out for a week plus. And you get to go first.
So much reading. It's the GitLab, it's written here, but it's the GitLab tax for daring to take time off while the rest of the world works. But beyond that, OKR updates, IMOC prep, mid-year check-ins, and mentor training. Which is a prerequisite for a mentorship program, though, that is starting up, an annual mentorship program, which is starting up again next week. And so that's 4 of the 5 things on my weekly priority lists. We'll see if I get to all of them.
Thanks, Thomas. Did you do anything fun last week?
My wife's extended family every year for at least the past 7 decades has taken an annual trip to the beach. And everyone who is married into that family has been required to go. And so my skin complexion is not beach compatible. So I call it the fine print of the wedding vows. And so it was annual beach trip time. My kids love it, so we're going to keep going. But
which beach did you go to, Thomas?
It's called the Grand Strand in South Carolina. It's south of Myrtle Beach. That's historically where it's been. It's where it will continue to be. The resistance is futile. Pick your quote. It's not moving. So anyway.
Cool. Welcome back. Top of mind for me is I've taken over the model evaluation project from Sean Carroll. So I'm stepping in to just make sure everything's flowing, getting like well acquainted with that, making sure we've got the right labels so it's easy for me to report up. Mid-year check-ins still need to close a couple of those out. OKRs that need to be checked up on, and my team is also closing out on a bar request, so returning back to the standard roadmap and like making sure that all that work is prioritized properly.
I think I'm next. So top of mind for me at the moment is the ClickHouse Cloud. I believe we're getting close to a production agreement there, and so looking at how we have to integrate that with the Rails side and just trying to organize some devs across multiple groups that are looking to use it, which is going to be fun. Yeah, finishing off mid-year check-ins as well. And then I'm on PTO next week, so just prepping everything for that, which was nice. And conversely to Thomas, it's our annual ski trip, so complete opposite, but still burns my face. So yeah.
Where are you going skiing, Nate?
Mount Hutt, which is down in Christchurch, the South Island of New Zealand. Yeah.
I've been to Christchurch.
Ah, nice. Yeah.
Spent. I still get like an innate reaction when I think about bungee jumping with AJ Hackett.
Yes. I won't be doing that.
Ummer?
Yeah, for me, finalizing mid-year check-ins. There's a few secure team events that are being organized, trying to help out with coordination on those and get the appropriate approvals there. And then finally, there is an initiative to display some of our SaaS findings within the MR Changes tab. So working with Yannick on coming up with the project plan for that.
Well, and I know I pushed you off to Thomas. He asked me a question about some of the team events. Did you get the info you were looking for, or still working on that?
We're still working on it. I've reached out to Thomas, and we're working through it.
Okay, cool. For me, still leaning a lot into AI things. I posted some stuff in our Slack, our managers channel, people leaders channel. Just kind of need some recent feedback. I just did it while we were talking. Some recent feedback from David, our chief product officer, and also from a customer on some of the work that we're doing, which is neat. And I'm leaning into Culture Amp survey action plan, looking over all the results across all my teams and thinking about what actions I can take based on the feedback from everybody. And looking for that as well. Phil's thinking about his. I'm sure, Thomas, you're going to think about yours across your teams. Not yet, of course, since results came out while you were out last week. And Martin's going to do the same. So, yeah, that's good stuff. That's all we had in the agenda. Alicia, I know we didn't have that much to discuss today, but based on what we discussed, any questions or thoughts on what we discussed, or any questions for Thomas or Jay or Nate or Ummer?
Is that a Spitfire shirt, Jay? That's it. That's all I got.
Great. Thanks, everybody. Have a great